About 100 Kaikoura residents have gathered this evening to hear from independent experts on what they need to know about settling their post-quake insurance claims. The speakers are keen for the same delays and mistakes experienced by so many people in Christchurch not to happen to people affected by last year's Kaikoura earthquake. Conan Young is at the meeting and he joins us now live. Hi Conan, what's the situation there in Kaikoura around homes getting repaired?
Well, look, the worst affected homes, we really only have concrete figures on the worst affected homes, and we've got 30 that are unlivable, and we've got another 170 that are subject to restricted access. And that means that, they might be behind, in front of a slip that could come down in rain. They could have problems with septic tanks, etc., which means they can't stay in their home. So these are the worst affected places. And those people are all apparently living elsewhere, found alternative accommodation. We've got a number of other claims. So we've had this meeting here tonight, as you said in the intro, 100 people here tonight, and everybody here has a claim in. And then mostly it's around the flat areas, just on the outskirts of Kaikoura. The majority of houses are in the middle of town, which actually fared fairly well in the quakes in terms of serious damage. But those who are affected who are really affected are affected quite badly. I was speaking to the recovery manager here at the Kaikoura District Council, Danny Smith, and he told me that a number are living in caravans or sharing. There's got a lot of people in one home, people sharing their home with friends or family. And others have had to have temporary repairs done in time for winter. And the council has played a role there trying to get around the most vulnerable people and make sure that that their homes are weatherproof. Kaikoura, an area that's beautiful, but it's known for some fairly harsh winters.
Yes, shivers, yes. As you speak, Conan, we were watching a live shot from the meeting. Everyone's sitting there. They look pretty calm. But your notes say that people there are not going to receive as much from their insurer as those in Christchurch. Now, I don't understand why that would be the case. Can you elaborate around that?
Yeah, well, look, this is actually the case for everybody in New Zealand now. When the Christchurch earthquakes hit, everybody in the country had what's called a full replacement insurance policy. Post-Christchurch, and due to the fact that this was one of the largest ever insurance payouts that the world had ever seen, because people had these full replacement policies, billions of dollars was paid out. As a result of that, now everybody has what's called sum insured. That's basically a maximum amount that you're insured for. Now, places like Kaikoura and other places affected by the earthquakes, people have basically had to sort of take a bit of a punt at how much they think it would cost to repair their home. If they've tried to save, obviously that affects your premiums. Some people may have gone for a low ball figure, hoping that they
Right.
And so those people are not going to get as much money. So a potential issue there, because it's just a fixed amount that they're going to get as a payout. And again, we're looking at cash settlements. There's not going to be this sort of managed repair that we had in Christchurch. But because of that, things like having to do temporary repairs or find alternative accommodation, that starts eating into that total amount that you're able to call on. And so, there's potential. We just heard from a lawyer here who's come up from Christchurch just to tell people, look, this is a test case. This is the first time we're going to see this in New Zealand, how this actually impacts on people and whether or not people really get back what they need to sort of carry on with their lives.
Gosh, it is fascinating, isn't it? The other thing, of course, is that there are 30 homes unlivable, as you've said, but there are many more that have damage and require work. Is there enough accommodation there for people to move into as rebuilding or remediation or whatever the hell is done?
Yeah, well, look, before the quakes, there were only, half a dozen rental properties available in Kaikoura. Now, post-quakes, with people needing to move out while those repairs are done, there is a little bit of a pinch point there. A lot of people with batches, a lot of people from Christchurch actually with batches in Kaikoura who are opening those up as rental accommodation for people who need it while the repairs are carried out. But they're also, there's an issue here with, obviously the motels and hotels want to keep those rooms available for the tourists who are now starting to come back to Kaikoura. And then there's going to be the road workers who are going to be here as well, getting that road north from Kaikoura open, which they're hoping to have done by the end of the year. So there is a bit of a pinch point there in terms of the accommodation. They are working actually on bringing over, believe it or not, a miners' village from Australia, some temporary accommodation for about 300 that they're going to set up close to Kaikoura that will house some of those road workers. So hopefully that'll make some further accommodation available for people wanting to get repairs done.
Conan Young live from Kaikoura, where the meeting is taking place. About 100 people there hearing, it looks fairly patiently, from the speakers who are addressing them. Thanks so much, Conan.